You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by HauntedSiouxFalls.com. Ooh, Dan.
Ooh, pretty darn good. Happy Wednesday in Smallville. Everything good?
Yeah, it's Wednesday the 13th.
Okay, because we're going to be talking about you guys kind of sort of here coming up.
Really?
Stuff I find interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking relationship stuff. So,
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are going to be in the spotlight here. It ought to go absolutely great.
It's going to go well.
3 singers have birthdays today.
Okay.
All of totally different genres.
Okay.
Paul Simon is 80.
Oh, wow.
I always like Little Paul.
Yeah.
Little Paul.
I agree.
Initially famous for Simon and Bullwinkle. They were huge.
Something like that.
Huge. She's a little bit country. She's Marie Osmond. She is 62 today. Yeah, and hustling some kind of diet stuff, man, all the time. Can't get away from her on TV. And the Red Rocker, Sammy Hagar.
I like Sammy.
Still can't drive 55. He is 74 today.
Nice.
Still looking pretty darn good, too.
Yeah.
And still getting it done. It was 1860 this day. The first ever aerial photograph is taken in the United States.
Huh.
Taken from a hot air balloon over Boston.
Okay.
Just seconds later, someone was heard to utter, "Those people look like ants."
They do look like ants.
1914, a young man by the name of Garrett Morgan patents a little thing he calls his safety hood device.
Okay.
That would, in short order, be refined into what we know as the gas mask.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
That's cool.
Heidi's pretending this matters at all to her. It's great.
I really...
It is great.
Okay.
And it was 1990. Hey, sports fans, you've bought your tickets. You've made the trip. This day in 1990, Target Center, multi-purpose arena in Minneapolis, opens.
Okay.
Nice.
Home of the Timberwolves, of course. 31 years later, Timberwolves, strangely enough, only been around half as long as the Vikings, have managed to accumulate as many championship trophies as the Bucks. Of course.
Crazy how that works.
Stands at 0
For both of them?
for both of them.
Wow.
There you go.
If you add them up, it's still 0.
Multiply them.
Yeah.
Minnesota Pro Sports, something else. Went for a couple of Minnesota Twins World Series. I don't even know why they bought it. It's crazy. All right, I know, you know, we all know. We just get this thing done.
We'll do that. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by HauntedSiouxFalls.com.
In the past year, did you find yourself drinking more often? The stress of the last year had that effect on many people. If you're struggling to get back to normal and get the booze out of your daily routine, there is help. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find the best option for you. There are many different programs. TimeForRehab.com will do our best to match you up with the program that will work best for your needs. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. And Dan, what do you find interesting on this wonderful Wednesday?
I just happened to come across this article and thought, well, that's kind of interesting.
Okay.
According to parts of a book just put out by Jane Greer. She happens to be a PhD, and she specializes in couples and intimacy and relationships. And she has an entire section on just cuddling.
Oh.
And the different forms of cuddling and what they signify.
Okay.
Are you interested?
Sure.
Sure you are. How about you're laying around? Now, you guys have been married for about 127 years.
Right.
Just
Almost.
21, almost 22.
Right? And it's the classic. It's the spooning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Spooning. If you spoon, you move your bodies together as one. So you may actually see couples who spoon. They may even dress alike. They eat the same things. Or they are on the same page, man.
Do we do that? We don't do that.
No, we do
page.
not.
It's kind of hard for me. I got too big of a belly to spoon.
Well, there's a lot of different configurations here. You've got the old head on chest.
Okay, yeah.
That's a protective sleeping arrangement. Can speak to one person feeling very safe and secure in their partner's arms.
Oh.
They feel their partner can support them both physically and emotionally.
Yeah.
That's nice.
John sleeps with his head on my chest.
That would not surprise me at all. Knowing you two. Just laying there whimpering, sucking his thumb. Don't hurt me.
Only when I'm not feeling well.
And you've got the back-to-back.
Oh, yeah.
Which is interesting. Back-to-back position reflective of a mutual respect for each other. Each of you is totally comfortable apart and totally comfortable together. Mm-hmm. Where'd you lean your own life? But hey, glad you're together in the back-to-back thing. Yeah, that's not blowing somebody off. That's actually a good thing.
Yeah, that is the way we sleep. We both sleep back to back.
How about with the old leg entwine?
That is so annoying.
My least favorite in the world.
Yeah.
In the world. Though you and your partner have your own spaces, one of you still craves that connection and just can't get enough. And you got the old face-to-face embrace, usually around honeymoon time. That happens, and then you kind of split from that. But according to a Greer here, she says hugging while you sleep means that you're really totally still into each other and doesn't necessarily have to fade away. Couples who do this don't want to miss anything in each other's lives. Sounds a little needy to me.
That is a little needy.
One with the arm draped across the other's back while sleeping. Says here, that position says, hey, I've got your back. It's actually a protective gesture from the one draping the arm.
Mm-hmm.
So they're putting the arm over the top of them?
Right.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll do that sometimes.
Yeah. Every once in a while I'll do that. And I'll do that to you.
Then at number 7,
It's
you
usually
have...
me pushing her away from me.
Number 7, you have what's called opposite sides. If you realize your partner is suddenly taken to the other side of the bed, in other words, you're not touching at all, might mean that they are much less comfortable with physical affection and touching at that point. It could signal a problem.
Oh, no. We're in trouble. She keeps getting bigger beds. Pretty soon we'll have separate beds, separate rooms.
And then finally, you've got holding hands while sleeping, which is where I don't think, whatever. Sleeping in this way says that you and your partner want to stay connected, but you don't want to necessarily be totally in each other's space. Feeling secure, and you're just holding on to one another.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I found in my life, the older I've gotten, it's separate houses seems to work. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that is.
I love the John's head on your chest. Yeah. Mommy!
We're going to have to try some of those other positions he's talking about.
Right, he's whapping him, saying, get a grip.
Calm down. See what I put up with here, folks? That is why we refer to this as stuff Dan finds interesting. I'm John with a fun comparison. Some puppies are purebred and they cost more. Others are more affordable. And then there are free puppies. Nobody really knows where they come from, but they're free. In the advertising world, it's like that too. There are some super expensive ways to advertise if you can afford it. And there are some free things you've probably tried, but those dogs rarely work. Radio is kind of like that middle puppy. Affordable, will snuggle with you, and hopefully not pee on the rug. Radio advertising. Super affordable, a great investment, and man's best friend. Try it and let BetterResultsAdvertising.com bring your message to life. Time now for your morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. Mr. Dan Farris back here now with some stuff.
You know, I'm sure you came across this story because it's been out for a few days, and it's really, really sad. The snow leopard at the zoo.
Oh, yeah.
Hit the old rainbow bridge
I
there.
didn't see that.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Was it because of COVID? Or
That is what they are saying.
I was going to say, I thought I read that.
I'm talking, of course, about Bea, the female snow leopard. Passed away last Thursday evening after becoming lethargic, displaying a chronic cough and other symptoms that are consistent with what the zoo folks are saying is COVID-19 weekend. The weekend before, apparently, they've got another animal running. I think one of the tigers apparently may have it too. Now, COVID-19, that whole thing, that's been the animal kingdom for like ever and ever. I mean, it's anything new. I just think it's interesting. Now, I've been in town for a little over 30 years. Remember, years ago, all of a sudden a couple camels gacked out there. And it was like a big cover-up thing.
Really?
It was pretty weird. All of a sudden we got word, what happened to the camels? I don't know. I actually made some calls, and they didn't want to talk about it. It was weird, man. They just hustled the bodies out in the dead of night. It was hubbubbery. There was mystery. So I don't know, but it is interesting. We have a zoo where literally half the inventory is taxidermied.
Are they going to taxidermy it?
I don't think so. I don't know, but I can recall about 5 years ago, the kids were visiting from out of state. And just for fun, I said, hey, I'm going to take everybody to the zoo. I'm taking my kids to the zoo.
Right.
They're grown-ups, like, yeah, let's go to the zoo. Blah. And I remember we went to this great big open enclosure. There's supposed to be, I think it was mountain lions or bobcats or tigers or something. It's like, so where are they? Because we're just standing there looking. It's like this whole huge empty enclosure.
Big space.
One of the zoo employees went, yeah, they're kind of gone. It's like,
oh, really?
What? So I don't know what's going on out there.
Now see them in the taxidermy section.
Well, and I have absolutely nothing to back this with, but apparently at this point moving forward, the animals at the Great Plains Zoo Delbridge Museum now have to mask up and social distance, except for the monkeys, who apparently don't give two rips about any of this. So.
I love those monkeys. Oh, damn. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to give you the name for the winner of the oil change.
Oh.
Should I announce our Wednesday winner?
Sure.
All right. Do you want me to announce it, Dan, or do you want me to
Sure,
give
go
it?
ahead.
All right. The Wednesday winner is Lila Peterson.
Oh, all right, Lila.
Oil change. So there you go.
Nice.
That is today's morning coffee break, and it's a Wednesday, so congrats to Lila. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris. Brought to you in part by Kaladi's Bistro.
Many new students sign up for credit cards that are not very good. Have a conversation about how to properly use credit so they don't learn this lesson the hard way. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Want one that offers points? We have those. Want a card to help you build credit? We have those too. Bettercreditcards.com is designed to help you get a better credit card. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Back to the Basics in Healthcare with Balanced Life Chiropractic, and we are here with Dr. Hartley. How you doing?
Good morning, John. I'm doing great. How are you today?
I am fantastic, and happy Chiropractor Month. Am I saying it right, or is it Chiropractic Awareness Month? It's a special month.
It's a National Chiropractic Month, so October has been nominated as the month talking about chiropractic.
So this is the month you're supposed to take your chiropractor out for lunch, right?
Yeah, of course.
And you're supposed to bring her donuts. And
so when's that going to happen, John?
Well, maybe later today.
Just kidding.
No, what the thing that's really neat is there are some medicines that have been around for a long, long time, ancient remedies and whatnot. But chiropractic in the medical sense is still a fairly new thing, even though it's been around like 100 years now, right?
Yeah. So, the concept of, adjusting spines, cracking bones, whatever, that's been around for, millennia as well. But actual chiropractic as its own identity was developed in 1895 by a man called D.D. Palmer, so in Davenport, Iowa, actually. So that's where Palmer College of Chiropractic is. So he had adjusted the first man, Harvey Lillard, at that time as well. So Harvey was actually a janitor in his building and had been suffering from hearing loss for 17 years prior to meeting Dr. Dede. And Dr. Dede assessed his spine, discovered that there was a misalignment in his spine, put some force into it, adjusted the spine back to where it's supposed to be, and Harvey's hearing was actually restored.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's amazing that the first chiropractic adjustment wasn't even back pain specifically, but hearing loss. Now, Harvey had said that he had had an accident 17 years to when he lost his hearing. He doesn't remember the details of it, but it was something about something fell on him and, he felt a pop in his spine and then lost his hearing. So it's just really cool that that's, where it started. And so Palmer is in Davenport, Iowa, like I said. That was founded by Dr. D.D. Palmer's son, Dr. B.J. Palmer. Founded it in 1897 was when the school was formed. And now it's the largest, chiropractic is the largest drugless healing profession because of him creating a school, working on getting it accredited. So yeah, chiropractic's only been around for I think it's 125 years is the anniversary this next year. But it's, obviously the thought's been there for a long time. It's just the actual practice of it with the intent to adjust the spine is where it started at that point.
And there are millions of people now around the world who benefit on a regular basis from chiropractic care. If somebody listening is going, boy, I'd like to be one of those, how do they reach out to you and say, I want to come in and start working with you guys?
Yeah, so they can give us a call at 605-215-1785. Our assistants will be very happy to get something set up with you. They can shoot us a message on our Facebook page, Balanced Life Chiropractic.
Very nice. And now, did you go to Palmer Institute? Is that where you went for your schooling?
Yep. So I had gone to Palmer College in Davenport, Iowa. Yeah. And that's what I really liked about it was like the history of it. Like they stay really close to their roots and everything like that.
So that's where it originated.
Yeah. That's where it started.
That is very, very cool. If you would like to learn more about Balanced Life Chiropractic, or if you'd like to reach out to them and say, hey, I'd like to maybe start utilizing this in my life and start benefiting from it like other millions of people are, reach out to them online at balancedlifesd.com.
Merry Christmas! Oh, you're not ready for that yet. How about Happy Halloween? At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all of the fun holidays throughout the year with funny, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we have a gift idea for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day, whether you buy these weird gifts or not. It's worth checking out. Just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
It's time now for the newsiest news we do. It's time for News with Dan Farris.
I spend a lot of time wearing out shoe leather, banging on estimated answers.
Yes, you do.
That's what I do. A couple of months ago, there's a big hubbubbery going on all over Sioux Falls. In fact, all over the state, man. There were hooligans running around jacking catalytic converters at the bottom of the cars, and it turns out that was a nationwide thing.
It was all over, yeah.
And it's still going on.
Is it really?
And I tripped across this story because I think it's just fantastic what went down with that particular situation. Dateline, Pawtucket, Rhode Island.
Okay.
That's just that way from here.
It is.
Charles Kendrick, he may have been naked, but he wasn't afraid. Charles Kendrick, main focus of this story. He was hanging out at his house there in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. He was playing video games at 2 a.m. In fact, he was playing Grand Theft Auto, which is kind of ironic.
That is kind of ironic.
And he was naked. Charles wasn't wearing nothing because he's in his own house and he can do that. He says, yeah, so I'm sitting there playing Grand Theft Auto, and all of a sudden I heard, it sounded like a little grinding sound, like something was maybe being cut, and it was coming from my driveway.
Uh-oh.
That's right. So there I was, quote, I'm naked in my house. I'm chillaxing. So I come out of the house, still naked. Sure enough, there's somebody under my car.
Uh-oh.
Man.
Kendrick approached the man, booted him. Hey, patoom!
Yeah.
Wham! Kicked him right in the leg. He says, then the situation quickly escalated.
Okay.
He said the guy comes flying out from under the car, starts swinging a sawzall at him.
Oh, my gosh.
And he's naked.
He says,
My goodness.
so I just started fighting with the guy. Grabbed him, I got his phone away from him, got the sawzall through that, and he said one thing led to another, laid a beat down on him, called the police, sat on him naked, which I thought was pretty funny.
That is pretty
I
funny.
love this guy the more I read about this.
I don't even want to know how he was sitting on him.
Officers arrived, looked a little confused.
I bet they
Oh,
were.
you lovebirds.
One of the cops just started laughing. He said, yeah, okay. And by the time all was said and done, they had found several catalytic converters.
Good.
This guy's a possession worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars. He was brought up to the Who's Gow.
Good. That's
they-
awesome.
do they
What a
count
great
the-
story.
Time that he was pinned under the naked guy, his time served.
Boy, I don't know, but I love that story so much.
That's fantastic.
It's like I'm just buck arse naked here, but
Yeah.
I'm taking you on, dude. Let's do this.
That's beautiful.
Would you have run out of your house naked? I'm thinking I would have put something on.
Spur of the moment, who knows?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think I would.
I remember
You don't
years,
think you would have?
I wouldn't have gone outside
years ago,
naked.
my brother Buddha came blowing out of the house just wearing a pair of ratty boxer shorts, carrying a machete, went after a guy.
Well, I could see that.
That didn't end well, by the way.
He's got the shorts. That's the main part.
So, crime interrupted, and they got
Good.
So So I get into that little news that is worth announcing there. Should we talk about sports just a little bit?
Yes,
I think
we
probably
should.
Brought to you by Hockey Headquarters. Bert and the crew right over there on North Hercules, Sanford Sports Complex. New and used hockey equipment, the best in the biz, and figure skating too. We haven't spent any time talking about high school football so far this year, and things are heating up. They've been playing for quite a while, as a matter of fact. Now taking a look at South Dakota 11 AAA. That's where the money is. What's going on? Well, I've got the top 5, and who knew? Well, Gorman's ranked at number 5 right now. They're only 3-4 on the year.
Okay.
But they're ranked number 5, which means a whole lot of teams aren't doing all that well.
Right.
Number 4, division play in the rankings, and this is statewide now. Washington, the Warriors, also at 3-4, but they're ranked number 4 right now.
Okay.
Which is weird. Lincoln Patriots at 5-2, ranked number 3. And this is close. The top 2 slots in 11 AAA. Brandon Valley, 7-0. Harrisburg, 7-0. But Brandon Valley's coming off a win last week against Mitchell. And you know how the Lynx did against Mitchell? They wiped them out 54 to nothing. So let's say it together. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. From the sunny 93.3 News Desk, I'm Dan Farris. Reminding you, if it's news to me. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.
In the past year, did you find yourself drinking more often? The stress of the last year had that effect on many people. If you're struggling to get back to normal and get the booze out of your daily routine, there is help. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find the best option for you. There are many different programs. TimeForRehab.com will do our best to match you up with the program that will work best for your needs. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Wednesday, October 13th, 2021. Stocks fell for a third day Tuesday with the S&P 500 down 0.25% at the end of the day. The move was driven by unease among traders on the eve of what could be a very important read on consumer inflation. The CPI is due out today and could go a long way towards stoking market fears or laying them to rest. The CPI is expected to rise from the previous month, but not accelerate. A hotter than expected figure will spell bad news for stocks. Later this week, the market will be looking for reads on producer-level inflation and retail sales. Retail sales are expected to have fallen on a month-over-month basis, but remain strong versus last year. If retail sales hold up, it could be enough to keep the market moving higher into the end of the year. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at MarketBeatMinute.com.